Hey YouTube, what's going on? It's your boy Harrison from Royal Canvas Exotics. So my Instagram got disabled, which is pretty whack. My Royal Canvas Exotics Instagram got disabled for violating certain terms that I have no idea of. I didn't get an email or nothing, so I don't know. Like, I don't know what happened, but yeah, that's pretty whack. It's pretty whack. And my sunglasses, my sunglasses is pretty dope. If you're wondering why I'm wearing my sunglasses, it's because I woke up with a huge swell in my eye. I don't know what it is. I could have gotten bit or something. My wife probably punched me in the face while I was sleeping. Just kidding. Wait, maybe. Either way, my eye looks terrible. So like, I would show you guys, but I'm afraid if I show you guys, YouTube might disable my accounts. So yeah, that's why I got these on. It's for your own good. So I was planning to make a video anyway without these dope ass sunglasses on, but yeah, for your own good. For your own good, we're keeping these sunglasses on. But yeah, this video was supposed to be for me showing you guys like the different substrates that I used prior to getting into Reptichip, which I'm in love with right now because yeah, I got Reptichip and all my animals have Reptichips. The hatchlings come out and they go right on Reptichip and it does great. But I'm gonna show you guys why I kind of switched from the paper towels to the plain paper and then to the Reptichip. Oh, and I also wanted to show you guys something. Whoop! Yeah, finally got my shirts in. What now? Now the real message is actually on the back of the shirt, but I just wanted to show off the logo. And yeah, man, I'm digging it. I'm digging it. Alright, these sunglasses legit make me feel like Stevie Wonder. So let's just jump right into the substrate stuff. So I'm gonna go ahead and show it to you guys right now. Alright guys, so as you can see right here, I got the paper, the plain paper, the paper towels, and I got a Reptichip in one of these tubs already. So the plain paper I actually ordered on like Amazon or something. It was fairly cheap, and it was like, I think like 1,000 or 500 feet for the roll or whatever. But the only pain in the butt about this thing is that you had to actually, it comes in a huge roll like this, and then you got to cut it and measure it out and whatever. So it's a little headache. Now the paper towels, obviously you can get paper towels wherever, BJ's, Costco, wherever you guys do your shopping. But yeah, I used to use that as well. I actually first started on the paper towels, but I'll show you guys why I kind of switched. And then, boom, we got the Reptichip. Whoa! This stuff is amazing, and I'm gonna show you kind of why I chose to go with Reptichip and why I switched from these other alternative sources of substrate. Now, I originally started using paper towels because when I first initially got started into like ball pythons, I was trying to keep it low budget and just use what I could use, and as far as keeping these animals. And yeah, paper towels was really accessible. Just stole them from my wife's collection for the kitchen, you know what I mean? But yeah, no, I'm just kidding. But yeah, no, paper towels was definitely more accessible, and like it was so abundant, so I just kept using the paper towels, and it was cost efficient, so I was like, alright, why not? So then I upgraded a little bit to the plain paper because I was like, oh, maybe it'll be easier, which turns out it's not so much easier, and I'll show you guys why in a second. So now, finally, I'm on Reptichip, which I've been using for a while now, and I haven't switched to anything or even thought about switching to anything else. Because, the product, if you're happy with a product, why would you switch, right? If you guys use paper towels or paper, like plain paper, or even newspaper, like, I'm not knocking y'all at all. At the end of the day, it's personal preference, right? So I'm just giving you guys kind of my opinion of the different types that I've used so far. So yeah, don't crucify me, alright? Alright, so as you can see, I got the paper cut out, laid into the tub right here, and then I got the paper towels. If you're using the cheap kind like I am, it's 4 pieces of paper towel. If you're using like the Bounty or the nice stuff, you know, most likely it's 2. Whatever. Now right here is the Reptichip, so I have it spread out nice and even through there. A little more on the back side, and I'll tell you guys why I do that later on. But yeah, so I left this part blank over here because usually the snakes kind of spread it out, you know, just push it all over the place, so it ends up being here anyway. And yeah, I figured I'd just let them do their thing. So as you can see right here, the paper is pretty thin, right? It's a thin piece of paper. I mean, don't get me wrong, it does the job, you know, it does what it needs to do. But the thing that I always try to keep in mind of is that, you know, temperature, heat rises, right? So you can have the hot spot at the bottom of your rack at like 90, set at 90. If you move higher in your racks, obviously the temperature rises a little, maybe by a degree or maybe by 2, 3, 4, depending on how high your racks are. Yeah, so if you're using the paper, you know, me personally, I would actually add like a few more layers of paper on the higher racks, only because, like, you know, the hot spot usually is a little hotter as you go up on the racks. So that kind of acts as like the more layers acts like a little buffer or whatever. But that's just, you know, once again, this is just my personal preference, right? Same thing with the paper towels. The paper towels are, you know, somewhat thin. Yeah, same thing. Like, if the higher I go in the rack, I'd add a little more pieces of paper towel just to kind of act as a buffer. The Reptichip, I mean, it is what it is. So now I'm gonna go over one of the reasons why I switched from the paper towels to the clear paper, or to the plain paper. So, boom! Oh snap! My bad. This is supposed to represent a turd, but it's pretty huge. Yeah, that's more accurate. Wait. So that's gonna represent a piece of turd from your snake. Just imagine that as a piece of turd. And this is like the urine, and it's like urates and stuff. So what happens is, as you can see, the paper towel soaks up majority of that. So it makes it really impossible to kind of spot clean, because even if you spot clean, the paper towel stays moist, and whatever sticks to the tub, it's a pain in the butt. So yeah, this is not really ideal to me, you know, personally. It was a pain in the butt to keep switching out paper towels every single day to kind of just do my spot cleaning, and it was a huge waste on paper towels. So my idea of saving money didn't really save me any money, because I would have to buy more and more paper towels. But yeah, so that's a turd. That's like the urine or whatever. Or even if they spill the water, I mean, it's drenched, you know, and you don't want your snake sitting on a drenched piece of towel. So yeah, you kind of clean it out, and yeah, this is the turd. Even if you take the turd out, boom, you still got that wet spot everywhere. Alright, now moving on to like the plain paper, right? So I used the plain paper for a while, and I really did like it, because, you know, it was very simple, and I would pre-cut all the pieces that I needed, and it was a little easier to actually do like do spot cleaning, because, you know, boom, they would leave the tub, they would leave that little turd right there, you know, with their pee and urine and urates. They leave the urine and urates and stuff. So just imagine the urates, imagine that's a turd, and as you can see, the urine kind of builds up. It's not being soaked in by the paper that much, right? So it's kind of just sitting there, and the snake is just sitting there. So imagine the snake in there, pretty uncomfortable, I'd imagine. Now, spot cleaning wasn't so bad, But essentially, I ended up using a paper towel. I would have to use a paper towel to dry it off. Cause watch, look, I take the pee off. Oh, I'm sorry. This is the turd. Take the turd off. There's still urine everywhere, and urates. In order for me to kind of, had to, you know, dabble it up, whatever, dry it up. So boom. Even now, it's still kind of moist. Somewhat clean, somewhat drier than earlier. And it'll eventually dry up, but then stained with urine, doesn't look very appealing. So yeah, eventually I had to move on. I had to do something different. And once again, this is just me personally, alright? So bam, this is when we upgraded to the Reptichip. You know what I mean? Like, I love this stuff. It comes in chunks, you know what I mean? You can always spray it down. Oh, I didn't even mention, once you kind of spray down the paper towel to kind of raise the humidity, this is what happens. Paper, same thing. Boom. Not very well on humidity. Reptichip, if you were to go ahead and spray it down, well, actually, let me give you a turd example first. Hold on. Here's a turd example on the Reptichip. Boom. Let's say they took a turd in that corner right there. Now, with the turd comes urine and urates and all that stuff. Urine and urates and all that stuff. Okay. Well, yeah. So as you can see, it does a better job absorbing all that water or urine for this example. And as you can see, it doesn't spread everywhere like it did on the paper towels. See? Kind of just spread in that general area right there. And you can kind of just pick it up. When you do your spot cleanings, you could easily just pick up, you know, a handful. Alright, boom. So you take out the poop and the urates and urine and clean it, like kind of do what you can to make it look presentable, right? So now, nice and clean. That's like your everyday, you know, cleaning, your everyday spot cleaning. Makes it really simple. Alright, so now I'm gonna show you guys another reason why I like the Reptichip stuff. So when this is already wet, but if I wanted to like kind of raise the humidity in the tubs and I would mist it, you know, mist it a little, even if I miss it a little bit, it gets soaked. The paper towel soaks everything up, because that's what it does. You know, that's the point of the paper towel. Unless, you know, why else do we buy paper towels, right? Now the plain paper, you spray it a little bit and the water kind of just sits there and soaks up and whatever. It's a hot mess. I mean, once again, me personally, I think it's a hot mess. If you like it, you like it. Me, I like the Reptichip because you could spray it, right? Looks nice and clean. And the Reptichip basically soaks up the water, soaks up the moisture, and it allows it to stay nice and humid for a while because these big chunks right here kind of just soaks up all the water. So yeah, man, I mean, I love this stuff. Alright, so those were just some of the reasons why I like the Reptichip over the other two sources of bedding that I used prior to the Reptichip. And now the last and probably the coolest reason why I love the Reptichip is, wait for it, you ready? Alright, so boom! That is my super pastel Enchi head clown female, produced from here. And just, I mean, look at her on the paper towel. She don't really look like she's having a good time. Nah, she's just chilling. But I don't know. I mean, let's check her out on the paper right here, the plain paper that I had. And this was what I was using prior to the paper, after the paper towels. I mean, regardless of the fact that she looks pretty amazing, I don't know. Me personally, the paper just wasn't cutting it for me, you know. Now move her over here. on the Reptichip. Where you going? And man, I don't know about you guys, but I really like how these animals look on the Reptichip. But yeah, that's another reason why I really like this substrate over the paper towels and the plain paper. You know, because they just look pretty awesome on the Reptichip. Once again, you know, please don't crucify me for making my statement here of why I started using Reptichip and why I don't use paper towels or plain paper. You know, I know plenty of people who use the plain paper, plenty of people who use the paper towels, plenty of people who use newspaper even, and those dudes are freaking awesome. But to me, like I said, it's just personal preference. It really, honestly, it's what works for you. If it works for you, why not, right? So don't take my video right now as like a judgment or anything, alright? It's none of that. I don't want to hear none of that. But please go ahead, comment down below, you know, let me know what type of substrate you use. I'm just going over the ones that I have used so far. I haven't tried out the newspaper, so I didn't really add that into the mix. But yeah, go ahead, comment down below what substrates you use and, you know, why it works for you, because I'm sure whatever substrate that you guys are using, it works for you, and that's pretty much all that matters, to be honest. But yeah, like I said, the Reptichip works for me. I love it, and yeah, I'm gonna be staying with it. Alright guys, so thanks again so much for watching. I hope you guys are enjoying your evening, and yeah, I'll see you guys, or hopefully see some of you guys in Arlington, because I'm actually going to that show in a couple days. So yeah, I hope to see you guys over there. And let me get my Stevie Wonder looking ass out of here, because these sunglasses is bugging me out. Peace. I'll see you guys on the next one. And oh yeah, comment down below what do you think of my shirt. Don't worry, I'm gonna show you guys what the back looks like eventually. But yeah, please go ahead, comment down below, let me know what you think, and be good. I'll see you guys soon.